It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Okay, yeah, that was on a lighter note. All right, it's good to be back here, and thanks to everyone who took their time to watch the last edition on sustainable fashion. Thank you guys. You guys are the real MVP. And to everyone who have taken their time to get back to me, your feedback means a lot to me, and right on to 8. If you're just watching this channel for the first time, welcome to Clarion's Up, where we get to educate you, create that awareness on sustainable fashion and sustainable practices. Excuse me. And today we'll be talking about the current practices in African fashion and, of course, the expected sustainable practices in African fashion. So what is expected of you? What is expected of me? Because we need to first understand that we are all a fashion consumer. Not everyone is a fashion producer, but I am a fashion consumer. As long as you wear clothing, as long as you use accessories, you are a fashion consumer, but not everyone is a producer, right? So let's get right to it. What are the current practices in African fashion? We have our traditional techniques, right? We have this hand-woven textile. In Ghana, they use kente, for instance. In Nigeria, we have ashoke, and it's so beautiful what people are doing with ashoke. Like the ashoke, you look at your mom's wardrobe and you're like, what is this? Mom, I can't wear this. They always use it. There's oleku style, yes. But now we see how people have made it so beautiful, Some people mix other fabrics. It's just so beautiful. Like some add feathers to it. I see the old creativity with ashoke and I'm like, that's amazing. It's so beautiful to see that we are also bringing about this cultural fusion where we integrate the modern styles, right, with our indigenous materials, our indigenous fabrics. This is so beautiful. That is one of it. We also have this beadwork, right? Ileke bead. And we also have local materials. We have local materials like cotton, linen, locally sourced natural fibers that can be used to make fabrics. We also have this traditional method of dyeing fabrics, right? Let's talk about the artisan craftsmanship. We also have handmade garments, tailoring, custom made, like personalized for you to fit you. Then finally, in terms of the current practices, we'll talk about community-based production. Community-based production is talking about women empowerment, where you focus on creating a system that empowers women, whether through employment or creating a product that can help them create economic value for themselves, like a source, a means of livelihood. And then first one, let's move to expected sustainable fashion practices. What are the expected sustainable fashion practices? The first one is the increased use of sustainable materials. We need to know that organic cotton and linen is the way to make sure that we can have recyclable fabrics, like fabrics that can be recycled into or repurposed into other items, and not necessarily like fashion items. It could even be things that are used in the house, like rugs, like curtains. Things that can be recyclable. So, and then we talk about the circular fashion. I've been talking a lot about circular fashion, right? Where you reuse, where you sell, or you rent, or you share, like you thrift your already used items rather than letting it end up in the waste bin. So just reducing waste in landfills, having that consciousness that whatever you give to your environment, it will give back to you. Another interesting part about the expected sustainable practices is the ethical labor practices. Amazingly, we still have some people who adopt that, but there is a need for us to amplify the need for all of this, fair trade certification, local production, strengthening our local production. We know people do that, but we need more people. There are so much talent in the rural region. Let us leverage on that. We have so much resources. We've been blessed with so much resources. We can also leverage that. And then we talk about innovation and technology, sustainable textile innovation, where we have a lot of fabrics that can be made from hemp, that can be made from cotton, just to reduce environmental what should I call it? Carbon footprint. Let's also encourage that. Let's evolve. Yes, let's evolve. Let's be updated. And very key. Making informed decisions means you have to be educated about it. You have to be well informed for you to make that decision. So there is a need for us to be conscious about educating ourselves, because I have said it before, whatever you give to your environment, it gives back to you. It gives back to you. If you give it healthy practices, sustainable practices, ethical practices, it's going to give you good health, right? It's going to also elongate the lifespan of the ecosystem. Yes, both the inhabitants like you and I, right, and the environment itself. I hope that makes sense. Yes. So, and then we also have, this part, policy and advocacy, where we get to have government support. They support sustainable brands, give them incentives in terms of tax, right, for sustainable business. And then we also have where industries collaborate together, stakeholders coming together to bring about sustainable standards and goals in their businesses. Let's try to integrate sustainable practices, because in doing this, we are able to promote eco-friendly materials, ethical production methods, and also innovative approaches to reduce waste, and also promote circular fashion. And with all of this, African fashion industry can move from just the consumption of fast fashion to that of the slow fashion. And just like the name implies, slow fashion means be slow about it, learn about it, be intentional about it. Don't be quick to make that decision about your wardrobe. Be calm, learn again and again, communicate, consume responsibly. And if you are a producer, produce responsibly. I hope that's in a way blessed you. Blessed. Don't mind me, I'm a church girl. Okay, so alright, so that brings us to the end of our topic on current fashion practices and expected sustainable practices. I hope you got that. Like, we already have things we do. I just need us to add a little, integrate some sustainable practices to it, circular fashion, ethical practices, educating ourselves, also all stakeholders coming together to collaborate and make sure that we make sustainable choices as to our wardrobe. Then, of course, we cannot go without it. If you like this, click on the like icon and press the subscribe button to get notifications anytime we have new content for you. And I remain the same, Ololade from Mescla Outfits, where we educate you, right, and also help you make sustainable decisions until it becomes a habit. See you next time.
Oh, that's not all. You can also walk into our stores to swap your pre-owned clothing and accessories. Contact us today to learn more about our product and services.